When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Namaskar, welcome to Daily PT Pointers. And in this video, we are going to cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And our first headline is related to Amrit Bharat Station scheme. And ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि recently Prime Minister of India laid the foundation stone for the redevelopment of 508 railway stations under the Amrit Bharat Station scheme. ये स्कीम फॉर्मुलेट की गई थी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रेलवेज के द्वारा फॉर मॉडर्नाइजेशन ऑफ स्टेशंस एंड विसेजेस डेवलपमेंट ऑफ स्टेशंस ऑन अ कंटिन्यूअस बेसिस विद लॉन्ग टर्म विजन. इट इज बेस्ड ऑन मास्टर प्लानिंग फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म एंड implementation of elements of master plan as per the needs and patronage of the station. It aims at enhancing the facilities beyond the minimum essential amenities. It also aimed at construction of roof plazas and city centers at the station, and these stations will have better seating on platforms, upgraded waiting rooms, free Wi-Fi and other conveniences, and the redevelopment will provide modern passenger amenities along with ensuring well-designed traffic circulation, intermodal integration and signage for passengers. Our next headline is related to excess sugar production, and now let's know more about it. So friends, India became the world's top sugar producer in 2021-2022, surpassing Brazil with a record 359 lakh tons. And the sugar surplus and high exports are results of policies favoring sugarcane cultivation, such as the Fair and Remunerative Price Scheme, which mandates a minimum price that sugar mills have to pay to sugar farmers, ensuring that farmers will always get the profits for their crop. And state governments also offer heavy subsidies to incentivize sugarcane cultivation. And also to deal with sugar surplus, government considered diverting it to production of ethanol, which is an organic compound made by fermenting sugarcane molasses or sugar. Ethanol is the active ingredient in alcoholic beverages, and it is also used in the chemical and cosmetic industries. In transport sector, use of ethanol blended petrol significantly reduces harmful emissions such as carbon monoxide and various hydrocarbons from vehicles. And in this context, government launched ethanol blending program in 2003 to reduce crude oil imports and curtail greenhouse gas emissions from petrol-based vehicles, and it has been fairly successful. Now, what are the concerns linked to it? The extensive use of resources in sugar production is depleting rapidly, leading to a potential crisis in the future, and overcultivation of sugarcane has caused a sugar surplus and high exports, impacting groundwater negatively. Because India's top sugarcane growing states rely heavily on groundwater for irrigation, leading to concerns over groundwater depletion. Therefore, to prevent the risk of agricultural collapse, addressing groundwater overuse in the sugar industry is crucial. And therefore, India needs to invest in overall water saving and management systems. Our next headline is related to Subramania Bharathi, and ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि recently President of India unveiled a portrait of Subramania Bharathi in Tamil Nadu, and she also named the Darbar Hall on the campus as Bharatiya Mandapam. Now let's know more about Subramania Bharathi. So friends, he was born on 11 December 1882 in Tamil Nadu. He was a poet, freedom fighter, and social reformer from Tamil Nadu. He is considered as one of the India's greatest poets, and his songs on nationalism and freedom of India helped to rally the masses to support Indian independence movement in Tamil Nadu. He was also against the caste system, and he declared that there were only two castes, men and women, and nothing more than that. He advocated temple entry of Dalits. Now recently, publication named 75 Endemic Birds of India released on the 108th Foundation Day of the Geological Survey of India, and according to it, India is home to more than 1300 bird species, which represents approximately 12.4% of the global bird diversity, and of these, 78 are endemic to the country, but 3 of the 78 species have not been recorded in the past few decades, and these are Manipur bush quail, which is listed as endangered species on the IUCN Red List, and ये last sight हुई थी 1907 में. Next is Himalayan quail, जो कि listed है as critically endangered species, and ये last record हुई थी 1876 में. And next and last is Jordan's cursor, जो कि listed है as critically endangered species on the IUCN Red List, and इसको last sight किया गया था 2009 में. Our next headline is related to Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation 2.0, and ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि 76 startups selected under the mission have started working with 35 cities toward their water security goals, and these startups has been selected under India Water Pitch Pilot Scale Startup Challenge by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Now let's know more about Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation 2.0. So friends, the scheme was launched in 2021 for a period of 5 years, and it is designed to provide universal coverage of water supply through functional taps to all households in all statutory towns in the country, and coverage of sewerage, septage management in 500 cities covered in the first phase of the Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation scheme. The scheme promotes circular economy of water through development of city water balance plan for each city, focusing on recycle, reuse of treated sewage, rejuvenation of water bodies, and water conservation. Now recently government made it mandatory for medium, small and micro enterprises engaged in making drugs to follow good manufacturing practices at the pharmaceutical manufacturing site, and as a part of plan, pharma companies having an annual turnover of 250 crore will have to compulsorily follow good and manufacturing practices within 6 months, while those with a turnover of less than 250 crore will have to do so in 12-month period. The government amending Schedule M of the Drugs and Cosmetic Rules 1945, and it will lead to an upgrade and tightening of GMP norms for pharma firms. The revised guidelines focus on quality control measures, proper documentation, and IT backing to maintain quality of medicines produced. The new guidelines introduces pharmaceutical quality system, quality risk management, product quality review, and validation of equipment. Our next headline is related to Digital India RISC-V, also known as DIR5 Symposium, जो कि recently organized किया गया है IIT मद्रास के द्वारा. Now let's learn some facts related to Digital India RISC-V microprocessor program, जो कि launch हुआ था 2022 में with an overall aim to enable the creation of microprocessors for the future in India, for the world, and achieve industry grade silicon and design wins by December 2023. Here RISC stands for Reduced Instruction Set Computer, and V stands for 5th generation. This project began in 2010. Our next headline is related to Namami Gange program, जो कि लॉन्च हुआ था 2014-15 में to accomplish the twin objectives of effective abatement of pollution and conservation and rejuvenation of national river Ganga and its tributaries. And main pillars of Namami Gange program are sewerage treatment infrastructure, riverfront development, river surface cleaning, biodiversity, afforestation, public awareness, industrial effluent monitoring, and Ganga Gram. The main objective of the program is to meet the primary water quality criteria for outdoor bathing notified by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Our next headline is related to National Handloom Day. So friends, आज है National Handloom Day, and in 2015 government decided to designate 7th August every year as National Handloom Day, and 7th August इसलिए चूज किया गया दोस्तों क्योंकि स्वदेशी मूवमेंट लॉन्च हुआ था 7th अगस्त को 1905 में, and it had encouraged indigenous industries and in particular handloom weavers. First National Handloom Day inaugurate हुआ था 2015 में in चेन्नई. Our next headline is related to Bureau of Indian Standards एंड ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि रिसेंटली ब्यूरो ऑफ इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड्स ने साइन किया है मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग्स विद 35 प्रेस्टिजियस इंस्टीट्यूशंस अक्रॉस द कंट्री for fostering collaboration in standardized and conformity assessment. Now let's know more about Bureau of Indian Standards. So friends, it is a statutory body functioning under the aegis of Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. It operates various schemes like product certification, management system certification, hallmarking of gold and silver, jewelry, artifacts, and laboratory services for the benefit of the industry and in turn aiming at consumer protection. Our next and last important headline is related to Durand Cup and ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि रिसेंटली डिफेंस मिनिस्टर ने डूरंड कप को इनॉग्रेट किया है असम में एंड इट इज बीइंग ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बाय आर्म फोर्सेस एंड इट इज सपोर्टेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ असम. Now let's know more about Durand Cup. So friends, it is world's third oldest and Asia's oldest football tournament. It was first held in 1888 in Himachal Pradesh and it is named after Mortimer Durand, who was then foreign secretary in charge of India. So with this, let's conclude our today's discussion. Thanks for listening and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.